This is the 18 WJTS News. In tonight's news, 5 arrested in Spencer County on drug-related charges. The Indiana State Police Jasper Post welcomes 2 new troopers. And the DuBois County Community Foundation announces 2 new board members. And Powell sits in with a rainy forecast. Then in sports, Kurt Guxell brings us up to date, followed by WJTS Inform. All this and more coming up next on the 18 WJTS News. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Bill Potter with the WJTS News. 3 local communities will be receiving federal grant funding to help with different projects, including Birdseye, Chandler, and Washington. Lieutenant Governor Suzanne Crouch and the Indiana Office of Community and Rural Affairs announced that 21 rural Hoosier communities will receive more than $12.3 million in federal grant funding. Included was the town of Birdseye. Birdseye will be receiving $500,000 to build a new fire station. The new 5,150 square foot station will provide an increase of 1,691 square feet and will include HVAC, plumbing, and electrical systems, as well as a large concrete pad on the east side of the building to pull the vehicles out of the building. Also included was the City of Washington, which was awarded $700,000 for wastewater system improvements. The project will replace the wastewater treatment plant maintenance building. It will house the newly required chemical feed system along with new chemical storage and pumps. Finally, the town of Chandler will be awarded $600,000 for drainage improvements. This project in Chandler will install 2 stormwater detention facilities to offset the burden of the existing stormwater infrastructure. The proposed work for both facilities will include approximately 3.9 acres of clearance, 3,500 cubic yards of stripping, and 9,300 cubic yards of excavation, and 2 new outlet structures along with erosion control and seeding. 5 people were arrested in Spencer County on Monday on drug-related charges. The general public gave the Spencer County Sheriff's Office information to which led an investigation with the Indiana State Police, all policing unit, as well as the Warwick County Sheriff's Office. Search warrants were granted for the 8605 North County Road 550 East and the 8649 North County Road 550 East residences in Grandview. Law enforcement units arrived at the residences to execute the search warrants with the assistance of the Indiana State Police SWAT and K-9 members. The following were arrested: Maria Williams, who was charged with possession of methamphetamine, possession of marijuana, possession of paraphernalia, possession of a legend drug, possession of a controlled substance, and neglect of a dependent. John Held, who was charged with possession of methamphetamine, possession of marijuana, possession of paraphernalia, maintaining a common nuisance, possession of legend drug, possession of controlled substance, and neglect of a dependent. Tina McKeithen, who was charged with possession of methamphetamine, possession of marijuana, possession of paraphernalia, visiting a common nuisance, possession of legend drug, possession of a syringe, possession of controlled substance, and neglect of a dependent. Nellie McLaughlin, who was charged with possession of methamphetamine with a firearm, possession of marijuana, maintaining a common nuisance, possession of a syringe, resisting law enforcement, possession of methamphetamine over 10 grams, possession of a controlled substance, and possession of a legend drug. And Heath Bullock, possession of methamphetamine with a firearm, possession of marijuana with a prior conviction, maintaining a common nuisance, possession of a syringe, possession of methamphetamine over 10 grams, possession of marijuana, possession of stolen property, resisting law enforcement, and possession of a controlled substance. Burning trash resulted in 1/4 of an acre of grass to catch fire. At 3:30 Wednesday afternoon, the DuBois Volunteer Fire Department was called to the report of a brush fire at the Devin Klingel residence at 4813 East Zare Road. Upon arrival, about 1/4 of an acre had burned when a trash fire got out of control. Most of the fire was out when first arriving units got there. Firefighters put out the remainder of the trash fire and wetted down the burned area. There were 9 firefighters with 2 trucks responding to the scene, and they were there for about a half an hour. There was no property damage or injuries during the fire. The Indiana State Police Jasper Post has 2 new recruits. The new troopers are Andrew S. Jones and Jonathan Villanueva. The 27-year-old Jones is a native of Jasper and attended Jasper High School, graduating in 2010. In August of 2010, Jones joined the United States Marine Corps. Jones spent his first 2 years of the Marine Corps enlistment in Okinawa, Japan, and the remainder of his time at Camp Pendleton, California. Jones worked as a correctional officer at Branchville Correctional Facility from October 2014 until November 2016. In November of 2016, Jones was hired as a police officer in Huntingburg until June of 2019, when he started the State Police Academy to become a trooper. The 29-year-old Villanueva graduated from Jasper High School in 2008. Villanueva worked for Goodies and Sternberg Automotive in December of 2014. Villanueva became a reserve officer for the city of Huntingburg, and that is when he fell in love with this profession. In 2019, he attended and graduated the 79th recruit class for the ISP. Lieutenant Jason Allen stated he is excited to have the 2 new troopers in the district and is excited for them to become part of the Jasper Post family. The DuBois County Community Foundation is getting 2 new board members. The new president of the foundation's board of directors is Andrea Tooley. Tooley is filling the shoes of outgoing president Jen Verkamp. Tooley earned a bachelor's degree in secondary education from Indiana University and owns Firefly Boutique on 4th Street in Huntingburg. She's also the former executive director of A Kid's Place, which is a nonprofit child care center in Huntingburg. Tooley is currently an active member of the Southridge Young Life Committee and Junior Achievement Volunteer. In the past, she has served on the Jasper Optimist Club, a board of directors, and as a council member for Salem United Church of Christ. The board also appointed a new member, Helen Camacho. Camacho is starting her first 3-year term on the board and has been a relationship banker for German American since 2010. Camacho currently serves on the board of directors of Destination Huntingburg and Alasi. She also is the Southridge Wrestling Crew treasurer and is a member of the Huntingburg Redevelopment Commission. Camacho has served on the board of directors of the Huntingburg Youth Soccer and is a Girls on the Run coach. The executive officers remain the same in 2020. They are Mark Balsmeyer, vice president, Lonnie Nicholson, secretary, Jason Kelly, treasurer, and Jen Verkamp, now past president. The DuBois County Community Foundation is governed by 15 community volunteers from across the county who oversee strategic planning, policy, and responsibility, steward over $40 million in assets. Memorial Hospital and Healthcare Center has a new president of patient services and chief nursing officer in town. Lori Pearson officially took over as vice president and chief nursing officer on January 1st. Pearson began working at Memorial Hospital as the Director of Medical Services in 1992. She became the Director of Organizational Excellence in 2013 in preparation for the retirement of former VP of Patient Services and CNO, Tanya Heim. Pearson attended Jasper High School before earning a Master's of Science in Nursing from Ball State University and earning a Bachelor of Science in Nursing from Indiana University Northwest. She's a certified nurse executive and has a Lean Six Sigma Green Belt. To learn more about Pearson's accomplishments, head to our website, WJTS.tv. Visit DuBois County Incorporated is now accepting applications for Tourism Promotion Fund grants. These grant applications are open to not-for-profit tourism-related organizations, festivals, events, attractions, and others that increase visitor attendance from outside to the immediate area. Approved applications for projects or events that were funded in the past could receive new grant money if additional tourism benefit can be proven. Special consideration will be given to organizations who are establishing first-time events. To ask for an application, call the DuBois County Visitor Center at 812-482-9115, 482-9115, or email info@visitduboiscounty.com. Completed applications must be received no later than March 1st, 2020 to be considered for funding. For For more information, head to visitduboiscounty.com or again, call 812-482-9115 or better yet, stop by the office at 2704 Newton Street in Jasper. Visit Du Bois County Incorporated promotes the growth and development of the convention, visitor, and tourism industry in the county and is the one community organization empowered to do so. Tourism contributes an estimated $83 million annually to the Du Bois County economy. Now stay tuned, and Pal's in with weather, Kurt Guxell's in with sports, still to come on 18 WJTS News.